My name is Marty Sheedy. I'm 31 years old. I was born at the hospital in Detroit, Michigan. And when I was first born, I was all, my hands were turned in, my feet. They brought me to an underground tunnel, the children's hospital, right next door. And there, they still didn't know what was wrong. So my mom and dad took me to U of M, and at U of M neurology, they learned that I had Prune belly syndrome. It's like a lack of abdominal muscle in the abdomen area. 50% of the people with Prune belly don't live past the age of 2, and in those that are diagnosed, the doctors tell the parents most of the time to abort them. My mom and dad took me to the orthopedic part of U of M to try and correct the other parts of things. They wanted to amputate my leg. They didn't quite know what else they could do. They officially diagnosed me with arthrogryposis. And arthrogryposis, it's a condition of the joints and the muscles, so it affects everyone completely differently. So my mom and dad had a friend, and then my aunt told them about the Shriners Hospitals for Children, and there's one in Chicago, and that was the one that I went to. They were the ones that were like, oh yeah, well, we can correct your feet, and your scoliosis, we can correct in time, and they gave my mom and dad the actual real hope for the first time when no one else really did. They were the only hospital that embraced my walk. Because when I was little, I learned to gain my independence by crossing my legs, and that's how I learned to walk independently. Some of my biggest fears like that was just the unknown of the medical procedures, of the pain level, or the spine surgery. So let's say if one minor mistake, I could be paralyzed. But when it came to overall fear of my life, or what it would be like, or I never had any fear of that. Because from a young age, I just focused on what I could do and not what I couldn't do. So I always knew that would carry me further than any fears or doubts. I mean, it's human nature to always be afraid of things, but it never took a hold of me and limited my mind and my ways of doing things. Project Scissor Gait started out as literally a light bulb idea. My first thought when I started it was, if my walk could help me, there must be someone else in the world that might be able to help. So the power of the internet was just starting. I started an AOL hometown page, and I said what my conditions, the way I walked, and I sent it out to many orthopedic doctors. I just doodled and found their email address. And then I joined the Masons, and then I joined the Shriners, because I wanted to give back for what the Shriners did for me. The director of development at Shriners Hospital in Chicago found my website from another Shriner that sent it to him and said that he wanted to meet me and talk about some things about my website. So I'm like, wow, alright, that's awesome. So I went to Chicago and I met with him, and he basically said, you kind of have the basics of an idea to start a non-profit organization, and he started 8 or 9 himself and about doing things all over the world. So he was a guru that wanted to help me, and it was such a blessing. 2 years ago, I was able to pay the registration fees for around 130 people with arthritis to attend the medical conference. The arthritis support group puts on an annual conference every year with doctors and medical professionals and therapists and families from all over the world come and attend, and they learn and they share, and it's a really powerful week. At the conferences each time, I cry because the emotions of having other people that are just like you around, that is extremely powerful. Being able to be around all that just motivates me even more and just makes me know this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So around 2 years ago, up until all of that, Prune belly syndrome never affected me in any other way. Many people, even the slightest, have urinary tract infections. I never did, but up until 2 years ago. And I did, and had to go in the hospital for a few days. And it was there that they were like, oh, your creatinine level, which is how they measure what your kidney function is, so one of the ways. They said, oh, it's a little elevated, might want to see a nephrologist when you leave. And I'm like, uh-oh. I'm reading all the Prune belly stories, and I kind of knew right then and there that my kidney was starting to fail, and I would most likely need a kidney transplant. Right away, my friend Drew, whom I known for a couple years, and we've become extremely close, he right away was the first person that said, I'm gonna get tested. Even before my family or before we asked anyone else. 4 weeks later, they came back saying that he was a match, and we're like, oh my god, yeah, wow. Like, what a blessing, like, not having to wait, not having to do dialysis, things were coming together, and my surgery was supposed to be January 6th of 2017. 8 days later, the UMM called, and they said that my antibodies changed, and that Drew was no longer a match for me. And that was completely devastating, because I was mentally ready. I was like, oh wait, it's been not that long. January, 2 months, 3 months, I'll be healed. We were on the news saying how he was going to be my donor, and I was just really emotionally upset. But then we talked, our coordinator walked us through it, and was like, more people can get tested. There's a thing called the parent donation program, and that if Drew still wanted to, and he didn't have to at all, that he could still donate his kidney to someone, and then through a matching system, another person's loved one that tried to donate but didn't match, but matched me, would go to me, so it would be a 4-way swap. Now and then, that sadness and that depression of me and Drew not matching, we are realizing now that he's helping 2 people. He's helping me and another person save a life. And that's the ultimate of when you look back and see, oh, that's why that happened. On June 2nd, I was able to have my transplant. It's now, yesterday was 6 months since the transplant. I'm physically feeling better than I have in years, and really didn't realize how bad I was feeling. Ever since I was born, and every time I've been in the hospital, my mom and dad, either my mom or my dad, one or the other, has always stayed the night in the room with me my whole life. And just knowing that that's true love and dedication, and if it wasn't for them, this of anything of me would not be the same, like whatsoever. I felt that I've always had a positive attitude with life. But that comes with me knowing my purpose in life, and knowing it at a young age. My purpose in life is to educate people about arthrolyposis and Prune syndrome, and to be a light for all people with disabilities, to show them that it's okay to be different and embrace the abilities that you have and that what you can't do. I'm going to help make the world know about arthrolyposis and Prune syndrome. And I'm gonna do an Ellen one day too, like I promise you. And I already had the dance. I'm gonna dance, do a spin, and do the splits. And that's what's gonna happen.